Hello guys, I'm back with my channel History with Ishan, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all are doing well. Yes, I know I'm back after exact 5 months because I was busy with my exams and all, and I'm awaiting the final results. And I'm sorry for some background noise which is coming because there is some wooden work going on in my house right now, so sorry for the inconvenience if you are finding any trouble hearing my voice. Okay, so today our topic is the importance of humanities stream. So after class 10, we all halted with the question, what to choose ahead, which career, what stream, which stream in particular. So there is science, there is commerce, and very few percentage of people end up into arts. Now there is one way that people look through this, that when someone is weak in science and maths, just like I was 2 years ago, I was really weak in science and maths. I don't want to share my scores of class 10, but yeah, I was weak. So if someone is weak in science and maths, they end up into arts. दैट्स अ डस्टबिन स्ट्रीम. अरे ह्यूमैनिटीज और डस्टबिन स्ट्रीम में जो साइंस और मैथ्स में अच्छा नहीं है वो ही लोग जाते हैं इसमें. नहीं, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. Because everyone wants to become everyone wants to become engineers, doctors, everything from science and commerce, businessmen, accountants. Array, if you all want to go into science and commerce, then who will take up arts? If we all are talking about that we don't know the real history, our real history has been suppressed, Mughals have been ruling over us, we are not knowing much about Prithviraj Chauhan. After that Samrat Prithviraj movie released, starring Akshay Kumar and Manushi Chiller. So when you talk about all those things, and we were not learned about Prithviraj Chauhan in history textbooks, and history textbooks are mostly written by historians. So if we want to know the real history as laymen, means as common people, then we need to encourage people, students, as parents, we need to encourage our children, as friends, we need to encourage our other friends, means our junior friends who are right now in class 9 or class 10, to take up humanities, and if someone has a specific interest into history, just like me, as you all know, to take up history, to actually learn the real history and actually so that they can contribute towards the field of history. What I'm trying to say is that if you want to know the real history, if you're complaining that we don't know the real history, that's because we don't send people into that field much enough. So that's why if you want to know the real history, we cannot be paradox for ourselves. So at one side, we don't send our children or send our friends or basically our known ones into the art stream. We don't encourage them, we don't motivate them, we force them to choose science and commerce, and on one side we are complaining we don't know the real history. And that's a paradox. So that's why if you want to know the real history, let us send our children, our peers, our friends, our colleagues, our known ones, to encourage them. Okay, not to force them, obviously I cannot force them, to encourage them to take up history as a profession, so that we know the real history. We can effectively take care of our museums, we can take care of our heritage, which only historians and only some people from the history community and the archaeology community actually care about, because we laymen like to vandalize. I'm not talking about everyone, but at least some people would like to vandalize structures because it's just fun, vandalizing is just fun. Pushing the pillar, littering in the forts, and scribbling on the walls, lovers and many couples just expressing their hopeless and mercilessly they are vandalizing the structures, expressing their hopeless love, and through those hard structures. And I've been to caves, Karla and Bhaja, and I've seen thousands of those graffiti. So that's really shocking to see, because the inscriptions, which were the actual inscriptions that were there in those Buddhist caves. I'm talking about Karla caves in Lonavala. So those actual Buddhist the inscriptions, they were hidden amongst the graffiti by our tourists and the travelers who goes. So that's a shame. So at one side we want to know the real history, and at one side we're not sending people enough to take up that field. So that's a paradox. So let us send. Okay. So I'm not talking about only history over here. There are many careers, there are many career options in this humanities stream, and if we encourage our students, our children, our colleagues, our known ones to take up humanities stream, to give them a choice to choose. So actually they have a choice, but they have been constrained by family sometimes. I have been supported by my family very much enough, let me tell you. I was having an interest into history right from class 7, when I learned about Mughals and Delhi Sultanate. Even from class 6 you can say, because class 6 was like growing. My history interest was just growing in class 6 when I learned about Harappan civilization, Mohenjo-daro, Mahajanapadas, Janapadas, etc. So after again learning about Mughal Delhi Sultanate, and in class 8 after learning about the British period, and I was very much sure. So by middle school I was very much sure that I want to go into this field only. So yes, my family supported me quite a lot, and they are supporting me right now, and I'm very thankful to them. But sometimes, students are constrained by the family to take up science and commerce, because we have seen in movies also when children are actually interested in artwork, then they are forced to choose science and commerce, and they end up, they're not happy. I know many of my not friends or colleagues, but I know many of people. I know many people who are like, they are engineers, and they have an interest into history, because now sometimes perhaps they don't enjoy their work as much as they enjoy traveling through historical monuments and through various other structures. So I'm not talking about only history over here, I'm talking about a variety of other career options that are there in this field. Because as far as we are giving importance to science and commerce, it's my only request to parents, to teachers, and to various other well wishers and guardians, that to please give their children the choice and the freedom to choose whatever stream they want after 10th. Let us not constrain them by only science and commerce, because only science and commerce is not going to rule the world. We have something known as politicians, sociologists, historians, writers, editors, and many more people who are equipped, who are professionals in their field, and who have been contributing to the social aspect, to the cultural aspect, to the environmental aspects of the human world, of the human civilization, right? So we cannot foresee them, we cannot ignore them, we cannot only think about the life, the biological, the I don't know, all those, the molecular level, the chemistry, the physics of life. No, we cannot only care about all those things. And not only we can care about money, which is through commerce, solely through commerce. I mean, like all those businessmen, Ambani's, Adani's, Tata's. We cannot only think about all those people. We have people like Shashi Tharoor. We have intellectuals like you can name many historians like Manu S. Pillai, Anirudh Kanisari. These are all emerging historians. Many senior historians like Romila Thapar, Professor Romila Thapar, Professor Upinder Singh, Professor Naranjot Lahiri, and many more who have been, working throughout their life to bring out the history, and bring out and to write about history of their own interest. So, and there have been many historians so far. There is jewelry history, there is art history, there is economic history, there is social history, there is cultural history, there is so much history. And history doesn't goes alone, it goes with all the other fields like heritage, art, culture, and many more. Okay, so I'm sorry I was deviating from topic. So what I'm talking about is, it's not only about history, but there are many more career options available under this umbrella, like editor, psychologist, lawyer, foreign language expert, social worker, mass communication, historian, as I have already said, sociologist, anthropologist, archaeologist, writer, civil services. So sometimes I've seen friends and I've seen people who are only focusing humanities as solely for MPSC and UPSC examinations. No, there's beyond that. There's history, there is sociology, there is psychology, there is English, where you can go as a writer or an author, or as a literature expert. There's foreign language expert, there's a social worker. Then what we can talk about is that geologist, geographer. There's so many aspects. Content writer, copywriter, all these things. So it's not only about one aspect, but various aspects. So it's an eclectic mixture of various fields and various career options and professions that one can take up. We just need in our country that more people take up humanities, because there is a difference between the students of humanities in schools also. As in my first school, I had 17 students of humanities, and in my second school, from where I have passed 12, I have only 5, including me. So we can see the gap, we can see the difference, because 17 is also low number and 5 is the lowest number which I have seen in any class. So a student's batch of 5 members cannot be called a class. It's just even a minority government has more members than this class. So that's why if we want to learn the real history, if we want someone to do good for a society, if we want someone to be better bureaucrats, better administrators, if we want effective policemen, if we want someone who can help us translate our language into another language, if we want someone who can actually solve mental and emotional problems, if we want someone who can actually fight our cases, civil and criminal cases example, if we want someone who can actually learn, who can actually talk us more about society and everything, if we want people who can actually write stories and help us, you know help us with the hobby of reading, which I have developed slowly. And if we want someone who can actually basically geologist, geographer, who can actually talk about all those physical features and bring out all those various rocks and everything. And if we want someone who can actually dig out the real history, dig out the remains, then we need to encourage our peers, our students, our children, our colleagues, many more people to go into humanities stream. I'm not I'm not outweighing humanities over all the other streams. No, we just need to ensure and strike the right balance between all those three streams. Because if we are giving more importance to one, or more importance to two streams and less importance to the third one, then we are living in an imbalanced world. We need to live in an integrated and a balanced world where all those three streams live in sync and harmony. That's why proper balance, proper attention should be given to all those three streams. I'm never saying that only humanities or only history is important. No, there are many things that are important. Only knowledge of history or only knowledge of or only people who know humanities history will not help the world, right? We need people who will obviously have to run the finances and look after the world and all those things. So that's how science and commerce have been made or have been carved out. And there's one more thing which I would like to inform my viewers, that sometimes parents force their children. I'm not talking about all parents. Let me be very clear. If I'm hurting the feelings of anyone through this video, I am sorry for that. But I'm not talking about all parents. I'm talking about some parents or some family members. They feel that sometimes getting into science and commerce will earn you better. Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell them one more thing, that no profession in this world has been made without the idea of money, without the idea of earning money, without the idea of actually having shelter over your head and having enough for yourself to feed yourself. So every profession has been carved out of curiosity as well as for gaining a profit and helping yourself with rosy kapra makan, right? So even humanities may, if you go further, there is money, there is profit, there you will get salary, but that is secondary. The first and the most primary thing is to check out and to know your child's interest, where does it lie, and to give them the choice and freedom to choose whatever fields they want. So that's it for today, guys. This was my message through this video. I'm really sorry I came after exact 5 months because I was very busy with my exams, and you know that CBSE has been delaying the exams until 15 June. Just now, 11 days ago, my exams finished, and now I'm waiting for my results, and my college admission is also going on, where to take, how to take, and all those things. But that's another story. Okay, so I hope my viewers and the fellow parents and family members, my friends, my colleagues, not exactly my colleagues because I'm not working, but my viewers or my subscribers have been active throughout this video and have learned something really important. Because if you want to live in a balanced world, it has to be a balance between all those three streams. So thanks so much for watching my video. If you like my video, hit the like button, share it with your family and friends, comment down below your views, as well as I want to reach 100 target by the end of 2022. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and stay tuned for more updates from History with Ishan. Thank you so much. Take care. Goodbye and Jai Hind.